what's the systematic of people when they fill the fridge, how it's organized? How would you describe how you organize your fridge? So, how you sort out your products in the fridge. How would you describe it? So things that keep longer storage, I keep them at the back. And because you forget otherwise that you got things at the back. And sometimes you buy something new because you don't see it, you don't know you have it in the fridge. There was a period when we had everything divided up, so the vegetables in one place and then the fridge in a container and the cold cuts in another. But when we stopped, because it wasn't possible, we hadn't got enough room. I'm sorry if I have to interrupt you. I don't want to be impolite, but so at the beginning, when was it good that were these boxes for cheese and cold cuts, or was it after that you bought it that you realized you needed the boxes or the drawers? It's important to have them. It doesn't matter if how high the shelves is important. But I didn't look if there are 5 or 6 shelves. What do you mean now with fascia? Because it's the same word for shelves and drawers. Yes, now I'm talking about the shelves. And you don't mean now drawers. No, I don't mean drawers. I mean the shelves. So you didn't look at how many shelves there were. But what did you think about, would it have been useful to have drawers, for example, to keep cheese or cold cut? Well, there's always one drawer, but it isn't that it wasn't relevant for me if they were more than one. If there were 2 or 3 drawers, I didn't really care. And are you satisfied with the volume and the size of your fridge? Our fridge is too small for 4 people, and at my parents it was also for 30 years. We had a small fridge, and it worked out. But at the time with my parents, but the buying habits have changed with the years. And since when have you developed this feeling that your buying or storage habits have changed compared to your parents? Is it related to COVID? No. Since I have kids, it's different. So with kids, you need more stuff in the fridge. Yes, exactly. And if we talk about the shelves, I think you have 5 shelves in the fridge, if I'm right. And are you satisfied with the way you can adjust them, how the change of height? After we purchase, we put the shelves in. We changed them once because the milk didn't fit in, and then we didn't do it any longer. So it was only the first time when we bought it, but we never changed the height of the shelves anymore. It's not that important, no. Okay, so bottle holder, we saw it, and you used it with apple wine. And is this kind of holder important for you? And that it should be kept in a fridge? Yes, it is important, but it's also important that you can move it around flexibly and that it isn't really, let's say, installed and you cannot move it. It's important that it remains flexible. And do you think it takes too much space, actually? And why do you use it anyway? Because otherwise the bottles roll around and they could fall out, and it's a high risk that they won't break and probably hurt someone. And is the light important for you in the fridge? When I'm at the fridge, It's light in the inside, and in the evening, it's good to have a light, but for me, it's more important that there's an alarm sign when the door doesn't close. Okay, so that is important. The peeping sound, the alarm. Yes, that is important. So if you don't close it properly, yes, exactly, that's important. And are, is there any other thing positive? Any other positive features? No, it's just a normal fridge. It isn't that I can say it's special or has anything particular. It's a normal consumer product, and we are satisfied as you would be with a fridge. For us, it's important because, as I said, we 16 hours a day, we are try to develop the perfect fridge for the German consumers, and therefore it's important, these features. I saw that there were some metal applications in the fridge, and where did I see it? Were there any metal application? For example, I don't know, where you had the milk, and in the door, in these panels in the door, there was some metal application. I've never noticed. It's not relevant for me. I I didn't look at. I don't know if it's black, white, purple. What would be important for you? That the energy efficiency is important. That it peeps when it's open too long, or if it's not closed properly. And that doesn't take up too much space. What do you mean by that? That you can use as much volume as possible. So no, that it doesn't take too much space in the kitchen, but that it has a good volume. So a good volume, a good capacity to store all the things that you want to keep in your fridge. Yes, that's what I meant. What else do we have? Are you satisfied with the size? It's a bit too small, as I already mentioned. If I bought a new fridge, it would probably be a bit bigger. And you 1 to 2 points, one the worst, 10 the best. What is your level of satisfaction? 8. Okay, so it's quite high. And what's lacking for a 10? The size. Okay, the size. And what about what would you give up in order to have more space? What would you take out so that you have more space, storage space? In the kitchen or even in the fridge? No, there's nothing that I could take out in the fridge. I need all the space. And in the kitchen, there's nothing that I could take away because it's already quite small. So it would be difficult to give up anything. Did you do it deliberately that the fridge is without freezer? Why did you choose it that way? Because if because I don't like to open the fridge and the freezer at the same door at the same time, because if every time that you open your fridge, your freezer gets open, then the ice melts. And I prefer to use the space underneath the fridge for storage purposes and not for a freezer. So under the fridge, you have another storage cabinet. Exactly, yes. No freezer, but a storage cabinet. And what about the cleaning? Is it easy to clean? We empty it, and with hot water we wipe it and then put the things in again. It's not problematic. Yeah, the shelves can be taken out, so it's no problem at all. And how frequently do you clean the fridge in a year? 4 to 6 times? It varies according to when we have time. And Since when have you had the fridge? Last year, September.